Well, it looks like we're getting Boushh. Leia Organa. Not sure what's up with these TMs. They've never TM'd them before. Is there some kind of weird happenstance going on with CG and the Star Wars license? But anyways, I had a feeling this would come only because they had the goofy Lando with his costume. So I was like, they're definitely going to make this. The thing I don't understand is both of these characters did not have major presences in Star Wars, and same as like Stormtrooper Han. That's a throwaway thing. He just had a costume on just to, go break out Leia, him and Luke. And I don't know why they never did the Stormtrooper Luke. They just did Stormtrooper Han. But anyways, I always think it's so goofy when they come up with like a full kit for like a character that really doesn't exist. I'm like, either A, they're just super creative and they're just making up stuff for the character based on what we do see in the movie. B, maybe I'm just an idiot and there's tons of lore in the comics and stuff and that's just not what I'm realizing, because I haven't read any of the comics and I'm just starting to read the book, so who knows, maybe there's a lot of information there. Or C, since this is just a game, they're like, man, whatever, we can do anything. I mean, if they do own a portion, not a portion, but have fair game. I mean, they created Sortie. That's a character they made up, CG made up, so they must have enough rights to the franchise to do whatever they want. So maybe that's the situation. They just make up any kit reveal that they feel fitting, and yeah, but I mean, look at this right out the gate. Light side, well, okay, obviously, but attacker, okay. Bounty hunter, though. You're making up that she's a bounty hunter, you're making up that she's Hut Cartel, you're making up that she's a leader, and that, like, why would she even be a leader? She's not a leader. She was just there to help break out. Her and Lando were just there to help save Han, basically. That doesn't make... I mean, I guess it makes her a bounty hunter, but not really. You're not a bounty hunter. Maybe that's a movie they should make. The little phase when, in between episode 5 and 6, where Han was frozen in carbonite. Maybe that would be cool to see Lando and Leia and what they did. Maybe she was a full-on bounty hunter, but, that's never what we saw. Anyways... This thing says kit reveal. Obviously, we're doing developers insights right now. That's what this was titled. But not only that, they changed things up. So we have it all in one article now. So they just call it the kit reveal. But this is the developers insights portion. Anyways, highlights. My kind of scum. Assists Hut Cartel allies to spread thermal detonators on the most important targets. Inventive. Contract payout reduces special ability cooldown and increases the number of thermal detonators inflicted. Fearless. Bounty hunter attacker that quickly inflicts many thermal detonators. Okay, so they made her all about thermal detonators, which is cool. I do like... usually in my bounty hunter team, I like to have Boushh lead. That's kind of an obvious. And then I like to have... Mando, because his payout is disintegrate, so that's super helpful. I like to have Grief, because, he has the mass assist and the heal, so that's good. And then I like to have the two thermal detonator characters, Greedo and Zam. Zam's actually super helpful as well in Grand Arena, because I put the Omicron on her, which gives all those boosts not only to her, but to the team as well. So, but anyhow... So yeah, Boushh sounds like she could be a cool option. Maybe replace Greedo, because Greedo, I feel like out of the bunch, Zam does better at applying more thermal detonators, where Greedo seems to do like, I don't know, one to the target, and then you're lucky if he lands another on someone else. So I could replace him with Boushh in the future. That might work out based on thermal detonators that she's apparently launching all over the place. Anyhow, this is the goofy synergy here that she should really have no synergy with because she's against them. But I guess while she's pretending to be Boushh. Hey, Holotable Heroes, today's kit reveal is explosive. Well, we're not on the kit reveal, we're on Developers Insights right now. The basics. Thermal detonators are the focal point of the kit. Deadly Bluff is a blue effect, what does that mean, on the enemies that adds other effects to Boushh's abilities. What's a blue effect? Damage dealer with team flexibility across Bounty Hunter and Hut Cartel squads. Okay, so it's all dark side though. So So you're a secret light side character that only hangs out with dark side. Well, I guess Bounty Hunter has some light side, but there's not enough to make a team. It's Mando, Grief, and that's about it, right? I guess now Boushh. I thought there was one more light side Bounty Hunter. Is there? I don't know. Anyways, unique attributes. Has ability to set off all thermal... Wow. That came out slow and weird. Has ability to set off all thermal detonators and can reapply one to each enemy. Can set off all thermal detonators. Oh, so that's kind of like the Jawa ability. Well, one of the Jawas, I don't know, is Scavenger or something. Throws the bomb, they all explode. Works great against Geos. Ooh, so maybe she'd be good against Geos too. There you go. That's a third team now. My go-tos for the Geos are always my Jawas, or else a Sith team with Traya lead. Those both work very well against the stupid Geos. So what's this? It says you can set them all off and then reapply one to each enemy. So basically you blow them up and then they right away have another one. That's kind of cool. That sounds like Vader lead. With when they lose damage over time, they regain it. At the early moments of the battle, enemies will have deadly bluff on them, which, though through Fearless, can apply an additional thermal detonator on any enemy who has one or more thermal detonators applied to them that turn. Oop, that sounds like they're borrowing from Zam's kit, as Zam's kit with the, what is it, thermal scanners ability or something? I don't know, her third move, that can do that too. If they have a thermal detonator, it'll add another one. Introduces the first Omicron for raids. Oh, that's weird. I think I asked about that before, hypothetically, in some video. I have no idea which video it was in, but I was like, I wonder if they're ever going to make a Omicron for raids. Well, sounds like I got my answer, and that answer is yes. Which increases several stats Hut Cartel allies when the conditions are met. Wait, what? Did I read that right? Which increases several stats Hut Cartel allies. Okay, I think you forgot of the, maybe? Or just of increases several stats of Hut Cartel allies when the conditions are met. I mean, I guess it doesn't sound too juicy. Because, like, the whole point of a raid is it's supposed to be hard and it's supposed to be a whole roster event and a whole guild event. So having an Omicron that would boost power seems a little bit cheaty, but this one sounds a little bit crappy. It's like, okay, you gotta meet requirements, or conditions as they call it, and then all it does is boost stats of Hut Cartel specifically, so it's like, okay, it's kind of mid, as they'd say. I don't know yet, though. Maybe when we read this, I'll be like, oh my god, that's serious. But right here, it just sounds like, Anyways, inspiration. We're always looking for more ways to get versions of the main characters of the Star Wars saga into the game, and Leia's guise as the bounty hunter Boushh allows us to do just that. Yeah, just like you did way back in the day with Stormtrooper Han. With only a brief amount of screen time. Yes, very brief. She's in episode 6 only for, what, 5 minutes tops? It's like she saves Han and then quickly takes off the mask to reveal who she is, and then boom, now she's Leia. But anyways, Boushh made a huge impression that made its way into the kit with ability names and effects like Deadly Bluff, My Kind of Scum, Fearless, and Inventive. The very first thing we see Boushh do is pull out a thermal detonator to bluff with Deadly Intent. But quickly, that situation was diffused, literally. That's why... Wait, what? This why? Okay, either you meant this is why, or that's why. Deadly Bluff only lasts for 3 turns. Only lasts 3 turns. That's pretty long. Leia Organa can still be felt... Actually, when that says 3 turns, what does that mean? I always think of 3 full rounds. 3 turns just means, you go, and then someone else goes, and then someone else goes, and that's it, right? Maybe that's all that means. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot and always misinterpret what turns means. Anyway, Leia Organa can still be felt in Boushh's kit with the bonuses she gives to light side smugglers, like Han Solo and Skiff Guard Lando. And to the bonus... Wait, what? And the bonus to crit chance she gives them. Cool. Strategy tips. Boushh is most effective while Deadly Bluff is active on her opponents. Deadly Bluff expires on an enemy unit after 3 turns have been completed, so use stuns and turn meter reduction to keep Deadly Bluff active as long as possible. Boushh can detonate thermal detonator with her special ability, but it's helpful to bring along squad members that can also detonate and give your squad more flexibility. True, and also add more thermal detonators. That way then you're really stacking them up, and then I'm sure when she detonates them, obviously that's going to be that much better, especially if she detonates them all. Say they got like 4 thermal detonators on them and she can detonate them all at the same time. Obviously that's going to hit much harder than if you just got one. Putting together a full Hut Cartel squad allows Boushh's unique ability, Fearless, to prevent the enemy from taking out-of-turn attacks. Use this ability to target squads appropriately. Taking out-of-turn attacks. Again, like I said, this could work good against a Geo squad. Geos are all about out-of-turn. Every single time one character goes, everyone else is like, hey, I can pitch in too. Now, this might target one at a time, so it's not really going to help that phenomenally against a Geo squad, but it could help a little, especially if you targeted the right one, you know? Boushh's leader reward prevents enemies from reviving, useful for taking down Night Sisters and other squads that rely on the mechanic. I feel like I should say that mechanic. That is solid too, though. Wow, so like she could be good against Geos and Night Sisters. Yeah, Night Sisters I feel like are pretty easy. I've never really had a hard time with them. I mean, yeah, in the very beginning they were difficult. It was like, how the F are you supposed to take these things on? But over time, like now, they've been around for years. There's so many strategies to easily defeat them. Basically, you just want to team with a lot of AoE, and then you're just gonna wipe them out, no problem. Usually I use like Papa Palp lead, Vader, and then you throw Thrawn in there so that then he can fracture the zombie, so that then it's not constantly taunting and you can focus on the other characters. And then I throw on maybe like a Nihilist, that way then he can do the cooldown, so that way then they're not using bigger moves than just basics. And obviously, Annihilate will help. And sometimes somebody like Malik will help with taking off the taunt from zombie. But yeah, and then you just go to town. And just wipe them out. But it is annoying that you have to kill them 3 times before they finally die. And then they always have an old Daka, which she just revives. And then they have their weird temporary revives where they'll come back for a turn to do some damage and then die again. So, this could be very helpful to prevent them from reviving. And like it says, useful for taking down Night Sisters. Now, I don't know if that means they die once and they don't come back, or if it means you still have to go through the 3 rounds, but then they're done. But I'm hoping it means once, because if you got Nihilist to get Annihilate off right away somehow, my inflection was wrong, then that would be it. Because they're annihilated. So like, say you're like, ooh, old Daka, fuck you, boom, but nobody died yet 2-3 times, or say you're only on 2, and you still have to kill 1 more. She would just be dead. So I'm hoping that works that same way. That could be cool. I mean, obviously, you'd have to work up to that. It's not going to just happen out the gate, but still. And it's a reward, so, yeah, I mean, you'll probably never really get to fully use that against the Night Sisters, her leader ability. But still, the potential is there, and that's still pretty cool. Although it is kind of goofy to have a mechanic against Night Sisters. A squad that's been around for years now. Like I said, there's been strategies built up around it, like, I don't know. Oh, another team, speaking of Night Sisters, that I've noticed works ridiculously well against them is a Sith Empire team. Sith Empire takes them out in like 15 seconds on auto. Okay, I don't even have to do anything and they just destroy them. But yeah, so they're pretty easy. But still, this could be cool. Save your Sith Empire for something a little harder and just throw like a Hut Cartel team in there with Boushh as the leader and wipe out the Night Sisters. There you go, Anyways, now down to the FAQ. Her payout reduces Inventive's cooldown by 1, and her Raid Omicron also reduces Inventive's cooldown by 1. Do these reductions stack? Yes, with the Raid Omicron and payout, Inventive has a 1-turn cooldown, giving you tight control on when you detonate them. Why is this up here in the developer's insights when we haven't seen the kit reveal yet? Like, this question means nothing to me because I don't even know what it's talking about. Can Boush's thermal detonators be resisted? Yes, they can be resisted, which means you'll want to have a good balance of potency in your mods to make sure the thermal detonator's ability... Wait, what? Thermal detonators apply reliably. Yeah, as I was reading that, I was just about to say, once they said yes, I was going to cut in and say, well, that means you want high potency, but then it says you want to have a good balance of potency. So I'm like, okay, never mind, they already said it for me. Why is there no ability called 50,000 no less? We tried, trust us, we tried. But couldn't make anything work and be balanced across all power levels in the game. FAQ is supposed to stand for frequently asked questions. I highly doubt anybody was asking about that. I mean, I get it. She must have said that in the beginning or so. I haven't watched episode 6 in a while. I'm actually due to, though. I'm probably going to see it tomorrow. Tonight is Tuesday night as I'm making this video. And I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow night, Wednesday. But at this moment, I don't know. But, like, is that really frequently asked? Are people really hitting this up? Like, hey, CG, why don't you make an ability called this? Hey, CG. Oh my god, a lot of people are asking us about this. I almost feel like CG just wanted to brag about it. Like, they were thinking about it, and they're like, oh, we couldn't do it. I know, we'll just pretend it's a fact. But we couldn't make anything work and be balanced across all power levels in the game. That just sounds like some kind of weak cop-out. Like, come on, you're inventing the kit. There really is no kit, because we see this character for 5 minutes. Like, you could have done anything to make it work and be balanced across all power levels in the game. I mean, geez, you gave her a raid Omicron. You're worried about power levels in the game. Like, seriously? Anyways, whatever. This is the developer's insights on Boushh. So, yeah, that's slightly cool. I keep looking at her hand. It looks so weird. I guess that's just a glove, but it looks like she's got goofy fingers, but she is just a normal human, so she should have a normal hand. Anyways, that's all I got for this one. So, thanks for checking this out, and I hope you stick around for the kit reveal as well, because that's probably the better video. That's what I say every time. So, yeah, see you there, and until then, bye.